am Ashley Greenwood from Three Little Greenwoods Creations. Today, we're going to be using this beautiful stack of ribbon to make a fun and festive Valentine's Day door swag. So come on in, let me know that you're watching. Chances are, if you're watching right now, you are probably watching the replay. So just type in hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from. Today we are going to be using a kit, a wreath kit. That means it's all put together for you. The ribbons, the swag, the elements that we're going to put in there. And you can go to, if you comment, shop TMI gifts, I will send you a direct link so that you can go and check out all of this goodness. This was designed by my wreath bestie, Cara from Enchanted Vines. She always does a great job. I wanted to make another Valentine's swag, and I chose her kit to do that with. So, isn't that beautiful? I am so excited to see that. Now, before I get started on this, I need to show you something that I made in my membership this week. Y'all, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I may not list it. I might just keep it for myself. Let me just show you all the goodness that this wreath has. So I have a monthly membership. If you didn't know, you can just type in membership. I'll send you the link so you can check it out. And this gorgeousness is what we made this week. So pretty. There are two separate elements, big, beautiful bows. I want to make sure that my members really understand how to make big, beautiful bows like this. So I actually recorded a separate tutorial right on top of my hands with this right here. If you are a member and you haven't watched this yet, go watch it. It's amazing. And it's so pretty. She's big. She is so big, and it looks amazing on my red front door, and it just makes me happy. I just had to brag. Let me go put this over here. Hey Tammy. Tammy is probably like, why is Ashley on in the afternoon? I know, I'm trying to be a good business lady and use the things that I've bought, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to set this aside. Let's talk about the kit that I got from TMI. Again, Cara, who I love. Cara, if you're watching, I love you, my friend. She designed this kit. That means Cara put this kit together for us. And I just purchased it from TMI Gifts because sometimes you need a shortcut. A kit is a shortcut. It comes with everything. You don't have to overthink it. You just go and get something beautiful that you love. All right, I pulled myself up on my iPad so that I can keep up with comments. Raquel, I'll make sure to send that information over to you. Let me show you what we got. Gorgeous. Amazing. Comes with the kit. Comes with this 30-inch swag. Pink, no less, which is going to save us in the long run, because I'm not going to be super concerned about making sure that it's all filled in. And then we got all this goodness. 3 of these, 1 of these, and 2 of these little sparkles. Isn't that pretty? Hey Sherry, how you doing, my friend? I almost said good morning. Sherry, you know I usually go live in the mornings because I'm a morning girl, but I really want to get this kit done and get it on my front door or listed in my Etsy shop, right? Hello, Michelle from the UK. Welcome. Now, because we don't have greenery and we don't have florals, we're going to use this to really beef up our design. Let me move this over here. Can you guys see it? Now, I do not make bows by hand. I do make bows by hand, but I use a bow maker to help me make them by hand. This is my bow maker of choice. My grandmother gave it to me a long time ago. I have built a very successful Etsy shop using this little tool right here. If you have a hard time making bows, the first thing I'm going to tell you is if you have a bow maker, learn how to use what you've got. Don't run out and buy anything different. But if you want to know the one that I use, it's an easy bow maker. If you comment bow maker, I will send you the link, okay? Well, let's start with this. Gorgeous. 2.5-inch ribbon. Sheila is cold in Minneapolis. I cannot imagine. Joyce says, what a pleasant surprise. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. I've been out and about today, and I thought I should really go live and use this kit. So I'm going to start with the bow. Hey, Tracy from Virginia. I know, Tammy, isn't it pretty? When you first start out in wreath making, you may have no idea how much you are going to love ribbon. I love ribbon. This ribbon came from TMI Gifts. They have so much goodness at TMI. If you comment TMI Gifts, I will send you a direct link to go shopping, and it'll come with a coupon code. So pretty. So this is going to be the first layer of my ribbon, of my bow. I use, guys, you may not be able to see what I'm doing. I know I'm going to need this ribbon again because I'm going to be making a couple of different things, a couple of different bows with it. On my table, I have a silicone mat and a push pin. Do you guys see my push pin? And I'm just attaching the ribbon to the silicone mat so it doesn't fall on the floor. And I can keep it right up here. Tammy says she's addicted to ribbon. I know, girl. Me too. I want this one to be closer to the top. Do you see that? It's velvet. It's satin on the inside and velvet on the top. Tammy, it's Ashley 20 at TMI. Go get you some goodness, girl. What I'm going to use next is this 1.5-inch glitter ribbon. But this is the kind of glitter ribbon that I might love more than the chunky glitter because this is not going to flake off everywhere. Hey, Yvonne from Louisiana. Welcome. Guys, I am on 2 different platforms today. I'm on my regular standby, you know who you are, and then I'm on a different platform. So welcome to my friends on this platform. I'm afraid to say it out loud because social media is like a jealous boyfriend and they don't like us talking about other people. So, you guys know where you're watching. Let's see, Michelle says, I started using ribbon because of me. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that you started using ribbon because of me. It's a problem. In my warehouse space, I do air quotes because it's really the room over the garage that my children used to use as a playroom. And my children are 21, 18, and 15, so they don't really need a playroom anymore, but I need a place for all of my ribbon racks. And so many of you have loved the ribbon racks that I've been sharing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just comment ribbon rack. I'll send you the link. Oh, good. Raquel says that watching me has made her more comfortable with ribbon. I wish that I could get more comfortable with deco mesh. Because I'm not comfortable with deco mesh, y'all. Who out there loves deco mesh and loves using it? Let me know. Tammy says social media is like jealous middle schoolers. Yes. Exactly. Ingrid, I will send you that link. Friends, if you're watching here, thank you. If you're watching here and you want to know how I store, I don't even know how many rolls of ribbon, hundreds of rolls of ribbon. If you comment ribbon rack, I'll come back and leave you a link, okay? All right, be the boss of your bow. Pull your loops where you want them to be. I do not leave my stuff stacked up. Isn't she pretty already? Let's add some pink on top of that. Luann says she loves mesh. Luann, I might need you to give me some lessons because it is not my thing at all, at all. Okay, look, satin on one side. This comes in the kit, y'all. Satin on one side, velvet on the other. It's gorgeous. Love, love, love. It's so soft. And this is going to match our hearts with the velvetiness. Do you see how it's already come? I call that cuffed, where it's just turned over on the end. I'm just going to leave it like that because I think that's really pretty. I want to be able to see the satin on the opposite side. Oh, yes, Luann. He may beat me. But he's been doing it longer than me. All right, in we go. Just like that. Pushing it down. Guys, I can press my ribbon every time I make a loop. I'm going to cut that a little bit longer because I want to give it a cuff. That just means I turn the end over. That's just what I call it. That's not the rule. That's just what I call it. All right, tell me out there, who is a wreath maker and who just likes to come and hang out with people that make pretty things, because that's how I am with cake decorating. I will never, ever, ever miss an opportunity to watch someone decorating a cake. Am I going to decorate a cake? No. Absolutely not. But I love watching other people do it. And you may be like that. You may not really be into wreath making. If you're not, welcome anyway. Oh my goodness, this ribbon is good. It's good stuff. It's thick. It's got a great wire. It's making me a beautiful bow. I'm going to grab my bind wire, which is this stuff. Love, love, love. And I know I'm going to make 2 more bows. This swag is going to have 3 bows in it. A papa bow, a mama bow, and a baby bow on the bottom. Because I don't have florals and I don't have greenery, I'm going to really fill it up with this gorgeous ribbon. Ribbon costs less than florals and greenery, if you didn't know. It does. Luann says she is a wreath maker, but she loves watching others make. Me too. Oh my gosh, Raquel, if you've been doing this for 2 years, you're not a newbie. My friend Karen, since you commented bow maker, I'm going to swoop over a message to your DMs on the platform that you're watching. I can't say it out loud. So just look for that. Oh, Michelle, I'm so glad you're inspired by me. All right, let's get this out. Using a zip tie. I don't use floral wire. I use a zip tie. Doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just what I use. Because floral wire is not my favorite. Who makes their bows with floral wire? Raise your hand and let me know. All right, let's get this tied off. Bring that to the back. You'll notice that I I pull my tails and my loops where I want them before I pull them out of the bow maker. That's easier for me. I'm gonna tighten as tight as I can get it. Oh goodness. Wire cutters cut off that tail. Mary Ellen says she makes reads here and there and she loves watching. Well, I am grateful that you were hanging out with us today. This is a 30 inch little swag here. She's kind of skinny, and I kind of like that because I'm going to keep this. It may not look minimal when I'm done, but I'm trying to make it minimal. She's not going to look minimal, but trying. Hey, Kathy Hannah, how you doing? Kathy says she uses a zip tie. Tammy is giving a great tip. Tammy says she's discovered that she can put the bind wire or a pipe cleaner in between the dowels first before she builds a bow. It's a great way to do it. As I said, the more you do, the more you learn, and just because I do it one way doesn't mean it's the only way. You know what I mean? All right, let's get this on here. I'm just feeding it through. Now, these door swags have a spine. And I am attaching my bow to the spine. I probably shouldn't have worn my favorite sweater because I'm afraid this is going to pick up my sweater that my mama gave me. All right, that's going there. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's do a swoop. Mel, I believe Melly Mel, calls these waterfalls. If it's not Mel, it's Tammy from Polka Dot Wreath Co. Guys, help me remember. We're going to swoop this ribbon down. On the side right here. I'm going to gather it up. Hey, Amber, what you doing? I'm going to gather this up, spread it out, and then attach it. Now, Amber is from Green Eyed Butterfly Designs. I got to meet Amber in person at Wreath Makers Live last summer. And she cracked me up. She showed up with a t-shirt that she had specially made that said, Cara is my favorite. That's my wreath bestie, Cara. She's the one that put this wreath kit together, Amber. I'm using one of Cara's wreath kits. But I know she loves me too. All right, that's making me happy. Swoopy, swoopy. I gotta put something over here. Let me move you guys over just a smidge so you can see what I'm doing better. Thank you, Paula, for letting me know that. That's kind of a surprise. Joyce says one calls them waterfalls and the other one calls them roller coasters. Thank you, Joyce. I knew it was something like that. All right. Let's do the other side. This time I'm going to do my ribbon order a little different because I want a different ribbon to really be on the top. I'm going to start with this in my Easy Bow Maker. making that tail a little bit longer than I think it should be, because I can always make it shorter, but I cannot make it longer. I'm trying to decide how big to make this bow. Hey, Ellen from New York. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us today. I'm going to make this extra long because I'm not sure how long I need it to be. Amber says that was supposed to be a secret. That's too funny. You're too much fun, and I appreciate you so much. Coming in with my velvet ribbon. Vicky, hey Vicky. Vicky is working on a wreath, an Easter wreath. Vicky is one of my new members to my membership. Welcome, my friend. I'm so glad you caught me live. Guys, if you don't know, I have a monthly membership where we gather together once a week. It's so much fun. I love our little community that we have built. And we make pretty things. Last week this week we made a Valentine on a grapevine. It's humongous. I showed it off at the beginning of this video, so if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. She's so pretty. Good morning, Juanita. From, where did it go? From Washington. Welcome. Here we go. Let's pull this down here. I'm being the boss of my bow. I'm pulling it where I want it to be, okay? Now I'm going to put my 2.5 inch on top of this because that's the one I want to see this time. Pushing it down, twisting it over. I'm going to make this loop just a smidge smaller than the other ones. Remember, this wreath is going to have a lot of bows because that's going to take up a lot of visual space and it'll look fabulous. I'm going to grab my bind wire, B-I-N-D, bind wire. Make sure you get the 2 millimeter, okay? Because if you don't get the 2 millimeter, you're just going to be sad. It's going to be too thin to do what I'm doing. So here in South Carolina, we are under another winter storm watch, which is crazy. I just cleaned up our backyard because we have a very hilly backyard, perfect for sledding. Do we have a sled? No, we don't. But we're going to figure something out. My sister-in-law, who is from Ohio, suggested that we use cookie sheets. I reminded her that I did not think my backside would fit on any cookie sheet that I had in my house. So if you are from up north and you didn't have a sled, tell me, my friends, what would you use? And don't say a cookie sheet, because that is not happening. Bow, and number 2. Oh yeah, that's pretty. tuck that in there. Just like that, give it a twist. Sherry, that's what I told my family, and they said that would not work. Sherry suggested a cardboard box. Do you know how many cardboard boxes I have? Oh my gosh. Big roasting pans. I don't have one. Garage can lid. Okay. I'm thinking my best bet might be a cardboard box. I told my family that, and they were like, Mama, that's not going to work. All right, I am using the tines from this evergreen to hold my bow where I want it to be. That's way too long. I'm going to cut it later. Oh, use an inflatable pool raft. I don't think we've got one of those, but we do have an air mattress. We do have an air mattress. A boogie board. Now, Carolyn from South Carolina, we got a boogie board. Good call, my friend. And I was going to put another little bow at the bottom, but I don't need another bow. I got tails. Dana, hey, my friend. Dana says use a cardboard box. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Me and my girl child, and I know my husband, I know we're going to go sledding. The boys aren't at home, Dana. They're going to have fun somewhere else. Don't you worry. My poor children are not going to miss out on anything. They're going to make their own mischief, like they always do. All right. What you have to do if you want to make waterfalls or roller coasters or whatever we're going to call it is you need to gather up your ribbon, like smush it together, and then put it in a pine tine. I call them pine tines. They act like pipe cleaners. All right, let's cut some of this ribbon because it's just way too long. I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Should I keep this? I'm about to cut off a whole lot of ribbon. Let me know in the comments. Would you keep this ribbon? Here's another one. Let's cut these at the bottom. Give it a cuff. Vicky says yes. I'm probably going to keep some of them, Vicky. That's no lie. I love this striped ribbon too, Amber. It is so pretty. The pink and the red is making me happy. I'm going to leave that there. Let me move it. This is a little too long. It's coming out too far. Here's one of the things you have to keep in mind when you are making a swag. You got to keep the teardrop shape or it looks kind of weird. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do a better job than others. Here's what we have so far. She's adorable. Now, we only have a few more elements to add. We got gorgeous sparkly, love, love, love. We have these hearts, there's 3 of them. And then And we have these hearts. Now, nothing says that I can't add more, but this is what came in the kit. So I'm trying to go with Kara's, with her vision. Let's start adding our big elements first. Now we're going to treat these as if they are our flowers, okay? All of this came from TMI Gifts. If you want to go shopping there, use my coupon code Ashley20. If you comment TMI Gifts, no, shop TMI Gifts, I will send you a direct link so you can go shopping, okay? And you're going to find the kits at the top of the menu. It says something like designer kits. You can find all of them there. There's lots of amazing designers. Let's put this up here. Let me cut this ribbon a little bit prettier. Gosh. Let's cut this one. This has a little bit of a bend, just a little. I'm going to put that one right up there on an angle. I'm dipping this in my hot glue skillet. It's right off camera. I'm going to put it down into the teardrop and then use one of the pine tines to make sure it stays where I want it to stay. Please remember, I am not super concerned about covering up all of the pink of the swag. I think that's okay. I'm letting that go. She's the other one. And let me think about what this is going to be. Hello, Kathy. I know you got a winter storm. Good morning, my friend Susan. Susan, you're not too far from me as the crow flies. You'll appreciate this, Susan. I just cleaned all of the sticks and pine cones out of my yard in case we actually get snow and my girl and I get to go, we're going to go sledding. But not on a cookie sheet, on a cardboard box. I want that one to go right there. You see that big hole? Yes, please. Okay. All right, let me get this where I can see what I'm doing, friends.